Hello gymnastics moms, it's Vicki and Violet, and today we're going to show you how to make Violet's Dutch braids. These are the materials that you will need. A brush to brush out her hair first, any comb that you can make a very straight part with. This fine comb is really important for the end to smooth it out from the roots to the beginning of the braid. And then we use a bottle of water. That's just a spray bottle with a fine mist. And then this is the product that we use for gel. It's a spray gel. This helps so the flyaways don't come out, and it allows us to keep the braids for more than one day. And then these small silicone clear for the ends to secure the braids. Okay, so we're going to get started. There's Violet. Hello. Okay. First thing we're going to do is make sure that we have a very combed out head of hair, and then we're going to do a straight part. Violet, put your head back.
My hair is
so I judge from her nosy, and we go straight down, and then put your head forward, honey. Forward. Okay, then I come all the way down to here and separate the hair in two parts. As you can see, I have a towel around her because once we start spraying everything, it can get pretty messy. I also put a paper towel on the floor. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first we're gonna make that part that I spoke of from Violet's nose. And this part is really important, that you have a nice straight part and that it's in the middle to keep the look quite symmetrical. If you don't do a nice job on the part, it's not going to end up good at the end. Okay. I do like this larger comb for that part, but I'm sure you know the best way to get your daughter's part. Okay, so then I just comb the hair over to both sides once we get a good part in there. Okay, and then we're gonna start on this right-hand side. Okay, Violet, I'm gonna spray the water. Okay, we spray this one side. Make sure you have your towel up. We spray this one side with water as a mist. I lift it up and do underneath as well as on top, and this really helps the flyaways, to keep the flyaways away. Okay, then I comb that out. Now I will say using the spray gel does make it a little bit harder to braid the hair as it starts to dry and it sticks together. But that's good also because it keeps the flyaways at a minimum. Even if the hair looks wet after we're finished, that still gives a very nice, clean, organized look to the hair. Okay, then we have the spray gel. You can use thicker gel if you want to use thicker gel. There's a very good one. It's black and yellow called 2B. And it is in a tube, but that gel is really sticky, and I find it quite hard to braid with that sticky gel. So you know your daughter's hair, pick the one that works for her. Okay, I comb this out.
If you don't want to get gel on everything, you should put that in a safe spot or move away from stuff.
Yep, so I have a towel, a paper towel on the kitchen floor right now, so you have to be okay to get something on the kitchen floor, and then I just use my foot and sweep it up down there.
Like,
okay,
or the table.
So I comb everything straight down. Now we're ready to start the braiding. I do have Violet help me with the braid so I can keep it nice and tight. You want to start with a very, very small piece. Don't use chunks that are too big because this will stay in better. So just make sure this whole time, every piece that you braid, you want to make sure that it's standing up nicely or combed out. Sometimes I do have to hold the comb in my mouth. Okay, this first one you're going to separate into 3 parts. Now with the Dutch braid, you cross behind. So take the top and cross behind, and then I give that piece to Violet to hold, okay? And I do that every time so I can get a nice tight braid. Okay, so in essence, this one would then come behind the one we just put down. So now we got to take the top one again. Always start at the top, pull it behind. Okay, then I take a small piece of hair with my finger, add it, smooth it out, and add it to that piece that I just brought down behind. Okay, then that piece gets swapped out with the piece in Violet's hand. Have her hold the new piece. Okay, this piece that I swapped out is going to go up, but it's going to go with a piece of hair, or a section of hair, I guess. So I pull that out. Once again, make sure if you're unsure whether it looks nice and smooth, just take a comb through it. We still have to hold on to the other pieces, but this way Violet helps me. Okay, you can use the front of your shirt to hold the comb too. All right, if you see a piece that looks like it's starting to come up a little bit, you can always, before you tighten it, go back and fix it. Okay, here I'm taking the top down again, running it in with that piece I pulled down, trade out with Violet. Okay, comb it nice and smooth. Now that bottom piece is going to go up with a section of hair. Pull that section up. The faster you work, the better that the gel does not start to push the hair or stick the hair together. Okay, comb it if you need to. You may not need to. I like for that finished product to be nice and tight and smooth. Okay, flip that top one down again. Get another section of hair from the top. Add it down. Smooth it out. Swap it out with the one your daughter's holding. Okay. Get another hunk of hair from the bottom, going into the top. Smooth it out. Okay, cross the top down again. And kind of look how I'm staying kind of right at the halfway mark here in between like her ear and the crown of her head. That way you know that your braids will be even and you won't have one that's up higher than the other. So just kind of go for that middle lane. Okay, here we go again. Straightening it out. And swap it out. Okay, all the while these two, you have to hold them very tight. If you notice when I swap, I'm coming in really close to this area and just not disturbing the braids that I've already put in. Okay.
Also, you can find the gel at Target.
Thank you, Violet. Good recommendation. They may have it at Walmart too. I don't know. I think we just always happen to be near Target because it's near dance. Okay. Another swap behind. Take another hunk of hair from the top. Now, before too long, we're going to run out of hair from the side. And I'll show you how I handle that to make sure that we keep it tight. So, swap out again. Give her back that one. Okay, keep going from the bottom, but you can see how now the hair is kind of, we're starting to lose the hair on the side, which is fine. Keep going. Taking the same amount of hair, but you'll start to kind of take a whole row instead of top and bottom. That's okay. Just hold on tight and straighten it out. Okay, Swap out again. There you go. Make sure this one looks good. Sometimes when you get towards the end, you have to comb some of the sections that she's been holding. Trust me, you'll want to do that. It'll look better at the end. Okay, I'm coming up now the back again. Once again, that section is no longer just horizontal. Okay, flip down section from the back. Okay, this guy's looking good. It's almost done. Okay, add that section in. Comb it if you need to. You want to make sure, it's really important that this does not start to droop. Okay, there we go. All right, now this last section, you end up adding it, but you don't want it to droop away from the head. So you might just add that whole section at once, or you can try once again, pull the section down and see how it looks. Make sure it's tight. If it's not tight, you can go back and add it all at once. So here we are adding that section. That's the last section. It's really important that that one's tight. And I'll comb it again. I can find my comb. Went down my shirt. Okay. Get all of these combed. Okay.
First you put it in your mouth, then you put it down your shirt.
All right. We want to make sure that that section is nice and tight. Okay, Violet, trade us. Okay. And then we just continue braiding, but remember this is crossing under, keeping consistent with our pattern. A Dutch braid crosses under, and that's what produces it to stick up from the side of the head. If you cross over, you'll get a French braid, which is also very nice. It just doesn't have the same braiding pattern. Okay, let's keep going to the end. There's my paper towel down there. Alrighty, and then I'll show you the very last step that I do is a finishing step. So you want to put your silicone band on there. Those don't show, they hold really nicely. You can cut it off at the end so you don't destroy the hair. Okay, then I take my trusty comb that has the teeth that are really close, and I just go up and I comb right here. You can see it makes a really nice finished pattern for her hair. And then I do that on the underside of the braid too. Now you could hairspray it if you want. Normally the gel is enough to just kind of hold it all in place. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side and then we'll come back and show you the finished product.
If you have it.
Okay, here's Violet at the end. As you can see, her hair is out. I combed all this stuff up here. And then she has the two braids. Okay, good luck everyone. See you soon. Bye.